This is a continuation of the throttle body work for the M127 engine. I started yesterday, but I wasn't able to accomplish much. I haven't had any specialized tools for that, especially to remove those seals from the inside. They were all hardened and almost impossible to take out. As you can see, they are all out, all three of them. This is what's remaining out of it. So you can imagine how hard it was to take all this out. Now here are the replacement seals. I got them all. I will put them in momentarily. Nice and shiny plate and cleaned up shaft. There's as well some distributor parts that I'm working on. So anyway, what I came up with, I approached several shops, and no carburetor shop wanted to touch it. Everyone was kind of saying, just leave it with us and we'll see what we can do. I know that this doesn't really lead to anything and any work being done. So I decided to look at all different stuff, and I came up with this little thing. You know, all I had to do is actually make my own pick to remove that seal from inside. And out of all those little ones, I took the 90-degree pick, and what I did, I cut the tip off and made this about 7 millimeters long. Then I sharpen it like a knife at the end with about 2/3 of the blade being on the top and 1/3 at the bottom. So let's see if I can put it under magnifying glass. Yes, as you can see it now, that blade is split about 1/3, 2/3 ups there, and like I said, it's 7 millimeters tall. Now originally I started with the one-sided blade, but that wasn't good. It was this thing was digging in, but I couldn't remove any of the material, any of the existing seals from in between there. So anyway, going back to the body, as maybe here I can, you know what, let me see if I can put something under to get some better light. Sorry about all this movement. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So as you can see here now, this is all cleaned up, and that space is empty. So anyway, the pick I made, let me go back to it, now is just a tiny bit narrower than the space in there. So you're not gonna damage any of the casting with that pick. And like I said, it was cheap. I had several sets of those picks because they're not that strong. They are offshore brand, and they bend and break fairly easy. But for $5 or $10, you know, it's well worth experimenting with. So that's what I did here, and it worked out pretty good. I gotta tell you, it took several. Let me show you the other side. It took several hours to achieve that finish, to have this cleaned up the way it is, as good as it is right now. I won't be afraid putting the new seals in there now and just closing this thing up. As you can see, this is my plate. It's all cleaned up. My shaft is all buffed up as well, ready to go. This is the all outer seal. How I removed this guy, there was some kind of a locking agent on it. I don't think it was Loctite, but something else, because it was really hard to move. So what I had to do, I used the Dremel, because I was afraid to damage the casting of the throttle body. So what I did, I used the Dremel on one side here, as you can see on this, on that part here. I get to work on the wall to make the wall thinner, so then I could push the wall in. And as I pushed the wall in slowly, I could push it with a little tiny screwdriver. I could push it in more and more, and then I was able to grab that with a side cutter and start kind of jiggling it back and forth. And I put some penetrant there as well. And for about, I would say, I was fighting with it for a good hour before this piece let go. But once it started turning, I was able to remove it fairly quickly. Just the initial part to get this to move, it was really tough. But anyway, there's no damage whatsoever on the throttle body. The throttle body is, whatever you see on the top, the little kind of nicks and stuff, they were already there. But anyway, the main circumference of the whole parameter, I should say, where the seal goes, is untouched, and the seal will sit tight in there. So like I said, anyway, I got this stuff here. I will put that in right now. I'm just gonna get some lubricant, some silicone oil, and put this stuff in. So I'm gonna pause for a sec, put this on a tripod, and do this. So I got the silicone oil. I got the this is Serpent. This is for toy shocks, but it's rubber safe. Is special for the actually it's high performance oil for little toys. That little bottle is like $30 or $40. So, but it lasts forever though. So I use this for all my O-rings and stuff and never had an issue. Okay, so now all I did was just put oil on that O-ring and kind of pressed it in. Now it's partially in the hole, and I will have to use maybe, I don't know, a little to persuade it to go in that groove. So I don't know how well you can see it. Maybe this way. Try it like that. I'll try, but you get the point. All you have to do is gently press this into the groove. So there's plenty of oil. Take your time. So doing it so you don't scuff that O-ring by any chance. I think it's, you know what, I think this is in, almost there, looks like it, not 100% still from this side. Well, am I gonna be able to reach now? I have to take something longer, maybe that guy, yes, no, too short. Yeah, let's try it from this side. Yes, I think it's in. Let me, yes, the O-ring is seated well inside. Let me show you there into the camera. Okay. See, the light is not good enough. Maybe on that angle I can see it really well, but no, not this way. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the second one in, and then I will move the phone so you can see it. But the procedure is very simple. Just put a little bit of that silicone oil, on your finger type of a thing, and put it all around. Actually, you know what? Put put some in there in the hole as well. Just make sure to move it around. Put some more on the other side. You know, if you put extra, you can always clean it up. If you leave it dry, then we may have an issue or scuffed new O-ring, so we don't want to do it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing again. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera. Okay, let me show you from the other side. You can't really see it here in that light. No, oh yeah, you can see the O-ring basically fell off right now. But I just put it on the wall there and press it with my finger to work that O-ring into the groove, and then once it's in, it's not necessarily all the way in a groove. It may kind of try to go into the bushing. So what I do, I use the I have a screwdriver here. Actually, it's the nut driver, but I use the shaft of it and just turn that around there to seat that O-ring well in the groove. And this one seems to be in there very well, right in on the first attempt. I didn't need to push it in or out anyway. It's okay. Let me show you how that came out. But it looks like it came out pretty good. So okay. So what we got here is that. Okay, let's see if I can put underneath it again. Let's put this. All right. See if that may be too much. Okay. So as you can see there, the O-ring is nicely in the groove. That's the way we want to see it. It's like that all around. Yeah, let me go to the other side. See, the other side is in there as well. Nicely oiled and everything. So next step is to place the new seal right here. Where do I have this guy? Right there. That's the guy that will go in there. Where is it here? All right. So the same procedure will apply. I will just lube that with silicone oil and then press that in. So okay, let's see if I can put that on the tripod again. Okay, zoom out a bit. All right, and see what happens there. Okay, so here is the old piece. Oh, maybe here you can see it. That's the new piece. Okay, all I gotta do is just put that silicone oil there. You know what, I will just use my finger to cover the walls and loop this guy. Okay, and this should go fairly easy. It's a little different seal. It does. It feels like it does have the metal ring inside, but it's much more springy than the original one. So I think it will just press. I will try to press it with my finger even, and it does press in. It just maybe not perfectly flat. So you know what, let me pause, get a socket quickly, and I will continue, because I may not be able to, I don't want to get stuck halfway down that hole. So let me just pause. Okay, so what I got here is just a half-inch socket with half-inch drive. So that's what I will, you know, I just gotta support this somehow. Okay, let me put something underneath it. Socket just fell. That's okay. Okay, we'll use that. Let's see if that's gonna be good enough or not. Oh, that should go in. It's kind of springy on that. The support is not perfect, but I think it's going in. Almost there. Okay, you know what? That very last piece, I'm not too sure. Okay, I guess you know what? I gotta get something better, because this is too springy. So let me organize something, and we'll continue. Okay, we're back here. So that socket wasn't really a good tool to press that seal in there. As you can see, the walls are too thin. I thought I'm gonna be able to do it, but not. I was maybe, who knows, maybe it was a 50-50, but I didn't want to take a chance. You know, I waited too long for those parts, and I put too much effort in refurbishing everything to take a chance right now. So what I did, I turned it around, and actually that flat part, as you can see it, fitted perfectly. So I was able to actually squeeze that in a vise. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, right here, I'll put that in a vise, and I was able to push this almost to the end, and all I have to do right now, it's kind of just do that last millimeter or half a millimeter. As you can see, I have little rubber guards on it, so that's just in case, you know, if I'm really scared of putting like any dents into that body or so. So right now, I don't know how well you can see it, but as I'm turning this in, I can see at this point, I think that rubber actually went a bit inside. So that's what I got. Let me try to zoom in, put that back into the light, and zoom that in. Okay, I will see if I can arrange it here. Yes, and take the phone off again, just to show you how it came out. So here's the seal all around, sitting perfectly flush, as you can see, the way it should. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is see how the shaft fits and all this. Okay, got that in. So now, since we have the inner and outer seals installed, I can trial fit the shaft. The shaft, I will lube it a bit just in case. It should go in like butter anyway. Everything is nice and clean and lubricated on the inside, but little extra lube never hurt anyone. So okay, that's the side. Okay, so we'll go from this side. As as you can see, this is going fairly easy. Try to turn it as you put that in, so not to damage those new O-rings. I think we're almost on the other side. Yes, I'm on the other side now, as you can see, and it does feel tight. I mean tight. It turns easy, but there's no play in there whatsoever. I'm really happy with the results. It's nice. It came out nice. I'm happy with that. So now I better wash my hands so I don't get that plate dirty. You know, I spent some time shining it up, and it looks like new. So good stuff. Now, okay, so this goes that way. Now the screws will go. Okay, so the plate goes this way. Okay, I can just press the plate in. So, okay. Let's see if I can achieve. I think it's almost there now. The screws. That's another thing. I have these guys. Let me put them here. A tad longer. The original ones, as you probably know, I had to drill them out, so they are no longer usable. This is one of them. That's what's left, and they were all seized up in there. So I got those two. They are from a Weber carburetor. They are tad longer. So for now, what I will do, I will use them for now. I'm not gonna Loctite it as of yet, because this is still a trial fit, and I need to fit the stuff on the side and confirm that everything is working. So for now I will just put the screws in there and then attach all the stuff on the sides, and once everything is confirmed good and in perfect working condition, I will just Loctite those screws. I may even shorten them, because I think what it is, it's yeah, it's like about 1.5 millimeters, maybe maybe less than that. I can just Dremel that off, and that's it. So anyway, here it is. That's my rebuilt throttle body that is almost ready to be installed. So I hope to have all the other pieces on it sometime tomorrow, and then put that on the intake, and maybe, just maybe, fire up the engine this year. I'm so close, so close. You know, every day when I make something, it's just another step towards finishing this big project. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that little update here on the throttle body, and I hope to have some more of it soon. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.